All right, folks, check this out. Donald Trump is in full-blown panic mode right now over this new bombshell report from the Wall Street Journal on his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, he is so scared over this report that he just announced in a very long statement on Truth Social that he is personally suing the Wall Street Journal, Rupert Murdoch, who owns the Wall Street Journal, and more. There are so many concerning parts of this statement that I want to read for you in just a moment. But before we do that, let's just get a brief refresher on what the Wall Street Journal reported tonight that has Donald Trump so concerned. So they published this article. It's titled, "Jeffrey Epstein's Friends Sent Him a Bawdy Letter for a 50th Birthday Album." It was a bunch of different letters from his different friends. One was from Donald Trump. And this letter bearing Trump's name, which was reviewed by the Journal, is bawdy like the others. In the album, it contains several lines of typewritten text framed by the outline of a naked woman, which appears to be hand-drawn with a heavy marker. A pair of small arcs denotes the woman's breasts, and the future president's signature is a squiggly Donald below her waist, mimicking pubic hair. So already off to a gross start without even reading what's in the letter. It isn't clear how the letter with Trump's signature was prepared. Inside the outline of the naked woman was a typewritten note styled as an imaginary conversation between Trump and Epstein, written in the third person, and it reads as follows, quote, "Voiceover, there must be more to life than having everything," the note began. "Donald, yes there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey, nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald, we have certain things in common. Jeffrey, whatever that means, you can only imagine. Jeffrey, yes we do, come to think of it. Donald, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Donald, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." Now, as I noted in my video covering this, I have never spoken like this to any of my friends. I don't think anybody at home has done that either. This is just a very creepy letter and imaginary interaction that Donald Trump came up with in this letter, and he is so panicked, so nervous over that letter being public that he is now suing the Wall Street Journal. And in this statement on Truth Social, let's dive into it now, Trump writes, quote, "The Wall Street Journal and Rupert Murdoch personally were warned directly by Donald Trump that the supposed letter they printed by Donald Trump to Epstein was a fake, and if they print it, they will be sued. Mr. Murdoch stated that he would take care of it, but obviously did not have the power to do so." I'm going to pause right there very briefly and note something, that throughout this entire statement, he refers to himself in the third person. No idea why, but also he's saying that Mr. Murdoch, Rupert Murdoch, who owns the Wall Street Journal and of course Fox News, personally told him that he will take care of the story, as in kill it. That's incredibly concerning, and it goes to show you the right-wing propaganda that comes from people like Fox News. They directly tailor their stories to help Donald Trump. Thankfully, he wasn't successful here. The editor of the Wall Street Journal, Emma Tucker, was told directly by Caroline Leavitt and by Donald Trump that the letter was a fake. But Emma Tucker didn't want to hear that. Instead, they are going with a false, malicious, and defamatory story anyway. Donald Trump, still referring to himself in the third person, will be suing the Wall Street Journal, News Corp, and Mr. Murdoch shortly. The press has to learn to be truthful and not rely on sources that probably don't even exist. Trump has already beaten George Stephanopoulos /ABC, 60 Minutes /CBS, and others, and looks forward to suing and holding accountable the once great Wall Street Journal. It has truly turned out to be a disgusting and filthy rag, and writing defamatory lies like this shows their desperation to remain relevant. I'll pause once more. It is so incredibly concerning that the President of the United States, who claimed to be a First Amendment warrior, continues to sue news outlets who report things that he doesn't like, whether it be 60 Minutes, ABC, George Stephanopoulos, and now the Wall Street Journal. This is part of Donald Trump's daily routine. If a news outlet reports something that he doesn't like, he will attack them. And eventually, unfortunately, all of these news outlets have bent the knee and now are donating tens of millions of dollars to his presidential library. If there were any truth at all in this Epstein hoax as it pertains to Trump, this information would have been revealed by Comey, Brennan, Hillary, and other radical left lunatics. It certainly would not have sat in a file waiting for Trump to have won 3 elections, pushing the lie on the 2020 election. Still, this is yet another example of fake news, and people in the comments are eating it up. Of course, as the MAGA fans do, it seems like they got over their disgust with Trump not releasing the files. This person says, raise your hand if you've also completely stopped believing anything from the mainstream media. Again, with more just memes, all of these people are standing in favor of Donald Trump suing the Wall Street Journal because, they just support anything that Donald Trump does. And you can see the argument he's going with here, that the letter is fake. And it's not just Donald Trump. Also, JD Vance has gone with that argument as well. He said, forgive my language, but this story is complete and utter BS. The Wall Street Journal should be ashamed for publishing it. Where is this letter? Would you be shocked to learn they never showed it to us before publishing it? Does anyone honestly believe this sounds like Donald Trump? And the unfortunate reality for JD Vance is that this statement that he put out completely contradicts what Donald Trump said. Journalist Aaron Rupar pointed this out. Vance said they never showed us the letter, but Trump said we told them the letter is fake. So Vance was all about, would you be shocked to learn they never showed it to us before publishing? But in that statement that we just read, Trump said he personally told Rupert Murdoch, the Wall Street Journal, and all these other people that the letter was fake. If Donald Trump hadn't seen the letter and it was never shown to the Trump administration, how did he automatically know it was fake? How did he know that the signature wasn't real or the contents of the letter weren't real? Obviously, Donald Trump was shown the letter, and I don't know what's more likely. Either one, JD Vance was just kept out of the loop, or JD Vance is lying. Either JD Vance doesn't know that Trump was shown the letter, or he's just lying to run cover for Donald Trump as he normally does. And that's the exact same thing that MAGA influencers are also doing right now. There's like this coordinated effort from the MAGA side to attack the Wall Street Journal. They all have the same talking points. It's clear they've been given their marching orders by the White House. Charlie Kirk said, this is not how Trump talks at all. I don't believe it. Megyn Kelly said, this is the dumbest attempted hit piece I've ever read. Cernovich said, this is so obviously BS. This is the argument they're all going with, that it's just fake, that this letter is not real. And it's clear that that's the one that Donald Trump is going with as well. And this happens, all of this Wall Street Journal report, these MAGA influencers and JD Vance running cover for Trump, all happens just hours after the Republican Party blocked another resolution demanding Trump release the Epstein files. After years of screaming about the Epstein files, they're now blocking resolutions that demand the release of these files. They're also blocking things that would have forced Pam Bondi to do it, not just demand it. So a lot of strange things going on with Donald Trump and Epstein. But I want to conclude with this. This lawsuit that Trump is bringing against the Wall Street Journal is absolutely positively going to backfire on him for a couple of reasons. Number one, discovery. All of this stuff is going to come out in discovery. So Donald Trump can attack the Wall Street Journal, file a lawsuit if he wants to, but everything they did to gather this letter, among other letters and all the sources they have confirming the authenticity, will just be revealed. And that's only going to hurt Donald Trump. But also number two, Donald Trump, and this is my prediction personally, Donald Trump's going to go on a tirade against the Wall Street Journal and claim that the article is fake. And my prediction is that eventually the Wall Street Journal is going to let Donald Trump punch himself out, go on all these tirades claiming that the letter is fake, and then eventually they're just going to publish it. They're just going to put it out there, which not only destroys Donald Trump's lawsuit, but also destroys the lie that he's pushing right now, that this letter is not real. So I think this is only going to backfire on Donald Trump. And knowing this, I'd actually be surprised if he files a lawsuit. He probably will, because Trump only knows how to shoot himself in the foot. But it's only going to hurt him. So anyway, I will leave the video there. I just had to talk about this news. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. It goes an incredibly long way. Drop a like on the video, comment. Let me know what you think about this lawsuit and if you agree with me that it's going to backfire. But again, have an amazing rest of your day, and we will talk soon.